What's going on, everybody? My name is Matt from MS Tech Central, and today I'm bringing you a first look, unboxing, and very short review of the Google Chromecast, a pretty new device. I'm a little late to the party on this one, but I'm here nevertheless, and I'm here to do a quick review. This is the packaging. It's pretty simple. It just shows you a quick demo, some simple instructions. Doesn't give you too much information on the box, but it doesn't need to because there's plenty inside, and they really went for the elegant but simple look on the box. To open it up, all you need to do is cut a little peel here, slit of adhesive material, and then you can pull out another white box with nothing but a Google Chrome symbol and the word Chromecast. It's a very elegant packaging, and I'm a huge fan of it. When you open it up, you see the Chromecast presented in a little white fitting for it, and some getting started instructions that I will go over later. As you can see, it is plug it in, switch input, and set it up, but it is a tiny bit more complicated than that. On to the HDMI dongle called Chromecast itself. It's about 2 or 3 inches long. It's got a teeny bit of heft to it, so you know you're dealing with something somewhat serious, and it does look pretty good. It's got a matte finish on the front and back, and on the sides it has a glossy finish. It is curved and rounded, so it's got like a whole modern look. It makes you look cool and tech savvy or whatever you want. Other accessories included are a USB power cable, that is a USB to a smaller USB attachment that is to power your device. You do not need that. However, some TVs and monitors do support charging or powering the Chromecast through the HDMI input, so you may not need that, but you will see when you try it out. There's also a power adapter for that USB. If you don't have a USB plug around, you can just plug it in that and then plug it in a wall outlet. This is an extender for the Chromecast that you just plug the HDMI into the female end of the extender and then the male end of the extender into the HDMI port on your TV or monitor. This is an unnecessary add-on if your TV is like most, but some TVs have hard HDMI places or inputs to reach. With the Chromecast being a 3-inch rigid dongle, you may need to use that extension in order to reach a hard to reach HDMI input. As you can see, the instructions are plug it in, power it, switch the input on your TV or monitor to HDMI, and then follow the on-screen instructions to set your Chromecast up. I had a little bit of difficulty plugging it in right here, but that's just because I was scared and I didn't want to break it because it's my new toy. But it is pretty simple to plug it into the extension. All you really do is you plug it in and you're ready to go, and you have the 4 or 5 inch extension that is flexible instead of the stiff Chromecast itself. The extension is a nice accessory, but I don't see it fitting. I've tried it in almost all the TVs in my house, and I have not needed to use that. So you probably won't be needing to use it either, but it is better safe than sorry. The Chromecast comes with a little protective film around the glossy sides, which is a nice touch, but I'd rather see it not glossy at all because that is very fingerprint prone and kind of pointless. Let's move on to the actual setup of the Chromecast. First, what you're gonna want to do is plug it into your USB cable, your USB power cable. As I said, you may not need to do this. You may be set, but just plug it into your HDMI port and powering it like that, but you may need to do this because your HDMI port may not support that. If you need to use an outlet, you can just plug the USB into the adapter and you are good to go on that end. Next up, you're going to want to remove any existing HDMI input and put the Chromecast in it instead. And once the Chromecast is in, you're going to want to switch the input on your TV or monitor to HDMI so it is reading what the Chromecast is putting out. Then you'll be greeted with a nice set me up screen and instructions to go to google.com/chromecast/setup, and that will link you to an app that you will download in whatever store of the OS you are using. Mine is the Google Play Store because of course I am on Android, and it's a pretty simple setup. It does take a little bit, 5 or 10 minutes, but it's well worth it. But be prepared, you're not just going to plug it in and start playing YouTube videos. You need to go through some small setups, and you will connect to it. You will rename it. I named mine, of course, Matt's Chromecast, but you can name it whatever you want, and then it will just establish a good link between your Wi-Fi and your phone and your Chromecast. And once that is established, you are good to cast whatever you want on your phone to your TV or monitor. I only casted YouTube in this video because that was my main intention, but Netflix and whatever else you're using is going to be more or less the same, so you should not need to worry about that. As you can see, once you set it up, you get a nice ready to cast screen, and you are actually ready to cast. If you're using YouTube, just update it. Click the little button you just saw me press on the top menu bar of YouTube, and you are good to play any video that you want. You will play it, it will appear on your monitor, it will take a second to get in HD, but it will, and it will look awesome. The cool thing about this is that it is not actually on your phone. You can do whatever you want on your phone, you can make calls, you can text, or you can use Reddit, whatever you want. It is not actually playing on your phone, it's just playing in the background to your monitor or TV. That is a huge advantage, and I love it. You may have some issues with your connectivity, and I just suggest trying some different places and trying to move your TV or monitor to different places to find a way or a place that works very quickly. There's also a nice feature in Chromecast called Queue, where you set up a bunch of videos in a queue if you have 4 or 5 videos to watch, and it will just play one after the other. And say you're done with this video and ready to the next, you can just click the next button on the screen of the video on your phone, or the back button, and you can navigate from video to video very easily. That about wraps up my unboxing, first look, and very short review on the Google Chromecast. I really like this device. It has a good price point at $35, but it's really only worth that. It's not an unbelievable product, but it's pretty cool if the intentions match what you want from them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been Matt from MSX Central. Please like and subscribe for more, and have a nice day, guys.